Alright. This is it. This is it. I've done it. I've gathered the pieces. I have everything I need for the book. Here's what here's what the matriarch says. My last days here are here. Please help. Yet again, I face mortality. My bones crack and crumble after years of the desert heat. But this is the afterlife, but it is not eternity. But then, where does the soul go next? I hear there is a book of stories called The Lore. It is said to hold the truths of our existence. Can this book bring me peace as I pass to the next plane? Please help me assemble the lore. Its pages have been scattered across the desert, which we've gotten. There are ruins named on the map. We've seen them. We've been there. It is likely these pages found homes in the buildings of old. They did, but not very far in. Find these pages and bring them to me. I can compile the book for you. You may keep it, but I would just like to read it once before I pass. Thank you, camera. Pass tab. I even said tab. Wait, what? Hold on, let me. That's something different altogether. Here it is. The lore complete. Gain the knowledge of the old gods and fly. Your jump is altered when equipped. Pairs well with sky mode. You take more damage while equipped. Equipping this trinket will give you access to the lore text in the knowledge tab. Do I just equip it? No. And then talk to him? Do I put it here? Or I guess it's a trinket. There it is. These pages will help me leave this world at peace. But as I read our beginnings, my soul was filled with hate for the old gods. This life is no gift. We have been condemned to live an eternity of suffering. I cannot bear this knowledge. There is only one path for us now. You will agree. We must seek revenge and find a way to kill the old gods that ascended and left us to rot. I have heard whispers in the air atop the dome and Perdition Peak. I believe that with a living flame, you can call on this old wisdom with a ritual. Yeah. That's a, okay, that's different. So what is it? What was it? Because now we gain knowledge of the lore. The realm of nobility, far up amongst the stars, and the realm of mortals below. The cleric yelled, "Let there be darkness, so I may fill the land with sinners and bestow fair and brutal judgment upon all." The cleric said, "Let the sand bring forth stones and reeds to build, but also ember to destroy." The cleric built one great light to rule the day, and shouted, "None shall rule the night, and in this sacred time, none will be safe." After 6 days of building, the cleric grew ill and tired. He knew that he could not rest and leave his world without watchful eyes. He created the grand diplomat in his image and power, and as the cleric rested, the diplomat wrote laws to punish and judge. With this great intertwining of church and state, the world was ready for the age of mortals. The cleric and diplomat colluded to spawn mortals in their image and let them have the lands below. The diplomat, with his great wisdom, decided the mortals should always be inferior and bow to the creators. Thus the two proclaimed that none shall ever feel hope or happiness. Those feelings shall forever be reserved for the creators. The great diplomat transcribed all that the cleric commanded into mortal law. He stood at the center of the amphitheater in the town of Perdition, declared, "None shall live in the same home or act as a family, as you shall look at your creators as father and mother, brother and sister. None shall kill those of their own in the hours of light. Those are the hours of work and toil, where all must farm and provide tilling for thy creators." Despite the great generosity of both the cleric and diplomat, the mortals argued and bickered among themselves. They whispered heresies and a call of rebellion. Many lost faith in their cleric's teachings and denied him as their creator. The tithering slowed, and therefore the greatest law, "Love thy creators," was broken, and all were made sinners by their own doing. Wow. The cleric and diplomat looked upon the realm of mortals, and behold, it was corrupted. Thus the cleric called all mortals together on the outskirts of the town of Sympathy. The cleric stood before all and shouted, "The end of flesh and bone hath come, and behold, I will destroy the realm of mortals." The cleric shot a bolt of magic into the sky. A roar could be heard across the realm, and the skies burst into blue flame. The clouds turned to icy stones that fell to the ground, impaling mortals and crushing homes. Never again shall rain touch the sands. The beautiful realm of mortals was transformed into the barren desert, the droughts. The ungrateful mortals threatened and condemned the cleric, committing great crimes of heresy. It was clear to the diplomat, a judge and executioner, that all were deserving of the greatest punishment. With his staff, he shot flames into the crowd of mortals and scorched their flesh. The sinners screamed and wept as they slumped over one another in the bone pit. The cleric dropped to his knees and prayed for the wailing mortals. "Let all who stand against us lie in this pit for eternity and contemplate your treachery. May you lie awake as your flesh rots and bones crumble to ash." The diplomat poured a vile liquid over a group of wealthy mortals as they lie silent and dying. He said, "This potion will preserve the flesh of all those who were rich. May you forever remember the inequality of your lives and build resentment over the coming ages." The two rose to the realm of nobles, thus marking the end of all life, law and creed in the droughts. As the two flew far above the land, they created the firmament, an invisible shell to hold all the condemned subjects that remained in the vast desert prison. Wow. So, the cleric, I guess, is the god created, and the diplomat is the right hand. And apparently, They didn't value... They wanted to be worshipped. They didn't care about creating a life and stuff. And then when the mortals decided, no, we're not gonna worship you because you're a horrible person, they got mad. And caused all this. So now, I guess... Oh my god. I'm flying. I'm flying. I'm flying. Where? I don't know. I'm flying. Guys, I'm flying. I'm flying too high. Oh, I guess. Okay, that's how you move. So, I guess we're supposed to do something? We know that in the heaven... Okay, so we know that in the heavens, there is a deity. I mean, there's a place. It's called the firmament. And I think I might have found it. Because that's the only one that looks... Now I see why you need the sky mount. Be nice if I could see. Kind of insane. I'm flying. I'm legitimately flying. I'm flying. I'm doing it. It's done. I've done it. Oh. Oh. I've done it. I'm flying. Kinda. It's just a vast blackness because there's no sun right now. That's so crazy. I'm looking something up. Duh. I'm still moving. Interesting. So that's... I don't know what that is, so... Better. It's just dark. I don't know what's happening though. That's the only problem. Because it's dark. It's night. So we've had this discussion where it's like when it's night, it's pretty dark. Wait. I found it. I found the bird. Guys, I found the bird. I also found her. Oh, God! I got him! Good thing. Yeah, it's not easy to control this, by the way. Oh, God. Well, the bird killed me. No. Ooh, what was that? That didn't sound good. So yeah, about I got destroyed by the bird. That was that was the patriarch. I think I could go here and get my stuff. Yeah, the only problem is with the book equipped, my stats go down rapidly, but at least I get to fly. There we go. This is the better way to show it. Apparently you need... Yeah. It's... The lag allowed it to rip right through me. This music is trippy though. The sky mode makes it easier to move around with this. But so that's what I kept seeing every time I was on a cliff. Like high in the air on a cliff. I kept seeing the patriarch flying around and assumed that it was an enemy that just somehow climbed up there to the left. Right? Oh. The, well... So, the lore book explains that, the old gods... Well, the matriarch wants us to kill the old gods. The problem with that is in order to summon the old gods, I need to grind for more materials of certain things. But most of all, perform a ritual 10 times in spots. And then I have to make sure I have several other players with me so that we can essentially sacrifice ourselves in order for the summon to be completed. That's what it's according to the secrets page on the secrets guide on Steam. So we're not gonna be able to do that. Because we need at least up to 5 players to pull that off. So I don't know if... Because there are... I think there's like 3 gods. But there is something I can do. There is one thing I can do. There is an item in the sky called the Permafrost, or the Permafrost, and I did run into it. I did see it, so. Wow, we really climb this, don't we? Does this move it any faster? No. No, that just makes me go forward. Sit perma. Baby bird. No one's bothering you. If you kill me again, I'm gonna smack you with this cane. I swear. Where are you? Oh. Why are you red? That's what I'd like to know. Yeah, it's killing me. You son of a... Come on, man! Why are you gonna do this? Stop it! That bird. The worst part is how dare it call itself patriot. No! How do I stop myself? Oh god, if this is how you get this item, I am gonna be glad when this is over. Yeah. So how did this guy beat this thing? Because, I can't. Because this thing's got to be taken out before I can do anything. Like, the only real way fight it is if it number one, if it's daytime. Alright, I gotta rebuild my stuff. Well, you know what? No, we don't. I just need to make 2 items. So reads an ember, right? Wait, where's my rim? Oh. I guess that's our goal. But win or lose, I've done it. I've seen what I need to see. We can't, like I said, we can't see the gods because there's not enough players active in this game to really sacrifice all. Because that's what it says. You have to like do the death command on yourself, and then not only yourself, but like several other players have to do it at once in an area after doing like rituals. And then apparently the old god, depending on where you are, an old god will appear to fight. Honestly, you're only really doing it to collect more materials to make more stuff. All right. So, if we can't really beat him, that's fine with me, but at least I've accomplished the goal. In our opinion, the Patriarch was the Sky God. He's considered... The bird is considered the Sky God. So, it's like, I did it. I did it. I accomplished the goal. There's nothing really much else to do, except hope that we can kill it, which is not going to happen. But... it's these two that make the... So, yeah. It's Spore and Amber. Jeez. So, yeah. We did the grind. We did everything there. We have done everything technically there is to offer about this game. Wait, what? What the? Oh. Oh, at least the sun's coming up now. That'll make fighting it easier. I'm gonna be honest. It'll make this fight so much easier. Kinda. Don't look at this. Yeah, it's so much better now to see. Oh, see how high the towers go? They were designed. They built them towers. They built them towers to face off against the Patriarch. They were like, you know what? Instead of doing it like this, they were like, we will climb up to the heavens. Not fly. We will build up there and destroy the Patriarch. Because I noticed now, it's flying around that tower. They built a tower to fight the Patriarch. And you know what? I'm all for it. Let me on that tower. Yeah. See how high it goes? Whoa. They didn't just build a tower. Yeah. They built a nice tower, too. Oh my god. I... What the... I really wish I knew how to control this thing. The air is frigid in the heart of the clouds. Am I dying from that? Or is it just... I hear it. Where? Where? I heard it. It hit me. Who built this thing? Was it really us that built this, or is this something? Now I'm questioning it. Now I'm stuck. It's not easy to control this. I'm gonna be honest. The flying aspect sucks. What the? Oh, man. I can't grab it. Wait. I can do it if it is. Yeah, the only way you can really fly in this is if... God, this is terrible. You have to line yourself up with it and then smash the pickup button. And you gotta be like... This is disgusting. You got it? Am I... I'm really not grabbing these, am I? I'm not grabbing them either. I'm not grabbing it, apparently. It's because I'm holding the staff? Getting closer. Why am I still going backwards? Like I said, I can't really control where I go with it. Like, you just keep going in the direction until you hit something, and it's like, alright, fine. Let's just go up. Wow. Uh, this is insane. Uh, it never ends. It never ends. How? No wonder this server is lagging, actually. It's not the game. It's not the developers. It's not the bad, whatchamacallit? It's people building this stuff in the and leaving it. And it's like, yeah, too much stuff on the map will lag the server. Will lag the game. And it's like, yeah. It's not the developer fault. Now thinking about it, it's the players that played before. In the past. Building this kind of stuff. This tower lags the server. I bet you if you got rid of this tower, it would probably stabilize the server and get rid of a majority of the lag. My God, it just keeps going. Why? Who had the time to build this thing? It had to be several people that built this. It had to be. Although, looking at it, the way it's designed, if it was several people, it wouldn't look this symmetrical. If this is part of the game, like the original map, if this is meant to be here, we have a problem. The developer kind of needs to get rid of this thing. Oh my God, it's still going. We are going somewhere. Oh my God, I think we hit the top. What is up here? Wait, look at this symbol. It looks just like the wheel. But can we go higher? Above the clouds. No, we're going. see it. Oh my god, it's the sun! The sun. The sun. What is that? This is it. This is as high as it goes. We've reached the top. Oh. Well. You know what? It's worth it. All of it. It was all worth it. This is how I want it to end. I don't need to beat the Patriarch. I've done something that no mortal, well, no one, no living or dead, undead, no friend or cursed one has done. I reached the top. I've seen beyond the clouds. I've seen the sun. The one thing that is always blocked by clouds because of the gods. The gods block the sky, but I rose above it. Maybe that's what this was about. All the nonsense, all of the grinding and the complaining and stuff. Like, we played, I guess we kind of played into their hand this whole time. Now, but once you're here, it's like, yeah, I beat you. I don't need to beat the old gods. I don't need to beat the Patriarch. Because the Patriarch will just come back and you'll just grind that out. Why? I've rose. And whoever built this, they knew it. They knew getting up here, if you're willing to climb it or fly all the way into it, it just says it all. The old gods have been beaten by against their own little game. I think that's it. I think this is the end. I think I've done it. I think I'm done. I can accept this reality. I can accept this ending. This ending of I pretty much rose above the clouds and saw the sun. The air thins and you can go no higher. But I don't need to go higher. Or I've seen it all. I've seen it. The sun. Oh, it's a little bright though. But, yeah. What is that, though? But, yeah. Whoever built this, challenged the gods to their own game by blackening the skies so that no light can truly touch the earth, touch the planet, touch down below in the realm of mortals. I don't need to beat the Patriarch. I've done. I think that's the idea. It's just, in my opinion, I've beat the gods at their own game. I did the grind. I flew. And I flew. I flew to the heavens, so they wanted to They wanted to essentially keep me out, but... Or at least all the mortals out, but... The air is a little thin up here, so... There is that. It's probably not going to help my asthma, but... I think that's it. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with Animyst. And I'm content with it. Whoa, what the? Camera, don't do that. Oh my god, it is blinding. Yeah. So I'm gonna stop here. This is the end of the story. I'm gonna make a review about this game, and I'll write one on Steam and stuff. I might just do a video, just make life easy. But there's a lot to say about this game that, honestly, Josh Strife Hayes didn't even come close to talking about. There's a lot of things we need to talk about. I'll make sure to watch his video first to do a catch-up of whatever he said, but there is probably a lot that was not said. This has been one crazy ride. But I learned along the way, and I realized that you can... The biggest thing I've learned when I took my break to get something to eat that hour, like, one thing I learned is this world is cruel. And a lot of the stuff I did in this reflects that. It's meant to be cruel. It's meant to be punishing. It's meant to push you down. But if you have the fortitude, if you have the will, you stand right back up and be like, no, I'm going to do this, then you can beat this game at its own rules. Who knows? Maybe there isn't lag. Maybe there never was. Maybe it's just like this because it's meant to be. Because this world is meant to be cruel. The enemies are supposed to, as some call it, one-tap you. Or just destroy you without you even knowing. But if you're willing to fight against that, yeah. You can see the, honestly, you can see the amazement of this game in the end. But you have to want it. If you don't want it, then you're not going to hit it. Because this game will not give it to you on a silver platter. It will not. It will do everything to take everything from you. It will tear you apart every chance it gets. And that's probably why it says, and the thing is, we never really look at it, but I was thinking about it. There is something it says. Where is it? First warning. This world is a dangerous place. You can get killed by others and lose your precious belongings in the open world. Yeah. Also, pretty much this world This world is cruel. It's dangerous. It is a dangerous place. This world is dangerous. And the sad thing is, though, the gods made it that way. It's meant to be this way. That's why the matriarch in the end, after reading the Book of Lore, said, "Kill the gods." Because they were angry. They were angry about what the gods did when it was the world didn't deserve what it happened to it. And there's nothing we can do but kill the gods. And the sad part is, in this game, the gods will just come back. And you would just completely just repeat killing them. So, but this is a world of death. And sadly, there's no saving it. You're not a savior. You're not some hero. You're either a skeleton or a cursed one or a flesh person. You're either a skeleton or a zombie that was resurrected to suffer. Because that's what the gods wanted. They poured the diplomat poured onto the rich mortals this green substance onto their dying bodies and told them, "You will come back and you will suffer over and over and over." And that's what this game is. It's a world of suffering. There are no heroes. There is no being great. There is no saving the world. There are no quests to do. Just death, destruction, repeat. So yeah. And I can accept that as the reality of this game. If the developers ever change it to where it's like, oh, here's this final act where you can save the world, maybe I'll come back and save it. But this is the end. This is the end of the journey. This is how this story ends. On top of a tower, looking at a sky, and realizing nothing will change. All around you is death, suffering, repeat. So yeah. I think so that's it. I'll do a full explanation of things. Probably in the next few days, slowly. But I think we should change it. I think, because that's the one thing we, the player, can do. We can go to another world that isn't as grim. But as for the friends and the cursed ones, yeah, it really is a cruel world and a dangerous place. And maybe one day the gods will forgive. Well, not forgive. There was nothing ever to forgive. The gods were jerks. Maybe they'll essentially get their heads out of their asses and probably restore everything and make it normal. Realize that their idiocy is just unwarranted. But yeah. So yeah, so this is it. I'm gonna put a close to this story. Yep, leaving the droughts, returning to mortality. Yep. But yeah, that's Animyst in a nutshell. I'm sorry that we couldn't show the old gods. Like I said, you can't fight the old gods unless you gather living flame, perform several rituals in a spot, and then players have to sacrifice themselves, which is you could do an instant kill like command in the chat to kill yourself. And then and that's supposed to trigger the old god summoning, which allows you to fight them. But there's no way you could gather up to 5 players to do that for each god. But yeah. If someone has done that, congrats, though. I know there's several people that have in the past because there's a whole entire guide on it on Steam, but yeah, this is the end. I'm content. I'm not actually upset about not killing the patriarch, but to see it, that was the goal originally. Witnessing it. Because the patriarch is the sky god. That bird is the god of the skies, as people will call it. Or Sky King or whatever, but and if that wasn't it, then who knows? Maybe there is some kind of deity far above in the skies that, well, there's no real information because I combed over everything, but I didn't see anything about going to a sky place. I mean, I can check one more time. I can check the guide real quick, but I'll just tell you. Walkthrough. Yeah. Now that you know the truth, you need to become strong to face the old gods. Find the secrets of the living flame by collecting legendary plants, ritual flames, and by crafting trinkets. That's all it says on the guide at the end. Like I said, there is one. I'm probably gonna read it. I'll read it. I'll read the secret one too. There's an entire one, like Animyst Secrets Guide. Oh, it's by the same person. Dragonave. First, you will need Living Flame. Talk to the matron. He will give you directions on what to do. Still struggling? Try this out. To receive a hint, drop the Living Flame on top of Perdition or on the top of Dome and perform the ritual action. Press Y. There are multiple clues that can be received by continuously dropping Living Flame on them. Need additional help with the secret? If you drop Living Flame in one of the desert tenants and perform ritual, you will receive either nothing or a clue or an item. Spoil for me already. To summon Cursed, Celtic, and Diplomat, which is the 2 gods, go to the caverns located at Sympathy. Drop the Living Flame inside. Collectively perform at least 10 rituals and acquire 2-player death. Button combo of / and /. That's... It is not proximity based, so any ritual action on the map or death counts towards summoning the 2 bosses. So ask friends for help. Huh, really? These 2 bosses drop silver and gold dust. To summon Sandlord, Drop the living flame anywhere in the droughts and collectively perform at least 20 rituals and 5 player deaths, which is the button combination for and slash counts. The boss drops old dust. The boss is huge. So yeah. Living Flame is in Kaddish, by the way, if you're wanting to do this. This is the end of the story for me. I'm gonna probably... I think I'm gonna call it here, though. Yeah. I'll call it here. I'll stop here for tonight. I'm gonna actually work on the videos and then upload Animyst to YouTube. So I kind of do need to get rid of... I need to get these videos, a lot of this footage, a lot of footage from games off my, whatchamacallit. Yeah.